Benjamin Todd Jealous, that's his government name, is seeking to become Maryland's 63rd governor. In full disclosure, I've known Ben since college. And Ben, I seem to remember you taking over a few buildings as a student. And now you are attempting to take over the Annapolis State House. At least you're consistent. In all seriousness, though, thank you for joining us. We know that the campaign trail is busy and that your life doesn't stop. So we just want to thank you off the bat.
No, thank you. No, I mean, you're a dear friend, and I'm just happy to be here for this time with you.
Thank you. So first off, how is your race going? What's the state of your race right now, from your perspective as the candidate?
Well, it's twofold. On the one hand, one of the front runners just passed away suddenly. His name was Kevin Cameron, who's a Baltimore County exec. We just put him in the ground today, and he passed away 2 days ago. So for us, we've kind of taken a time off from campaigning in the state and are just all sort of adjusting to the new reality. On the other hand, we've been in this for hundreds of days now. And what we're seeing in the field as we travel around the country is that we're succeeding in building a movement across the state. And it's exciting. We're tied for first in this race. We have been for months. It's going to be a very intense race right down to the very end.
Remember that at the end of the day, people are human, and more than politics, our humanity always connects us. But one of the things I'm curious about is you're a first-time progressive candidate, and you're running at a time of also extreme backlash across the country and across the board. What do you think is behind, as you're saying I'm across the state and we're putting together a movement. This isn't only a campaign, this is a movement. So as this is a movement, what do you think is behind the resurgence of progressivism at this stage of extreme backlash?
It's the same thing that makes it possible for Donald Trump to divide people. That same context makes it easier for us to bring people together. Because in times like this, when working families are stressed out across a region or a country, or in our case, a state, Donald Trump plays from an old playbook of divide and conquer. You pick scapegoats, whether it's the trans community or the Muslim community or people coming across our southern border, and then you divide the people against each other. Well, in times like that, it's actually also easier to pull people together because they're all suffering from the same frustration, whether it's mass incarceration or massive student debt or the lack of access to affordable health care, jobs. And so we brought the antidote to that sort of hate and division, which is a focus on the kitchen table issues that really unite people. And then as you pull them closer together, of course, double down on the civil rights protections that make it easier for us to all stay together.
Thank you for joining us on a very sad and difficult day for you on the campaign trail and for your candidates. Again, our condolences to your candidate, but we continue to wish you and everyone else in your race all the best and much safety as you let the democratic process unfold and see where we are at the end of 2018.
Well, please do have us back. It is always nice to be able to talk to you.
Thank you so much. And again, be safe.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
All right. Thank you, Ben. We'll be right back.